What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of FORNEVERNEWS, the only news source that provides anything and everything anime and manga related, and we don't bore you. We get into it. Let's do it. I must go, must leave this house. I must go, the time is now. I must go, it's time to get out. And before we get started, if you would hit that subscribe button and that bell to get notified, new episodes of Forever News are released every Saturday, 12 p.m. EST, and I want you to get notified, so please hit them buttons, and yeah, let's get into the stories. And first story on the docket is something that I definitely feel is very important, and it's a massive service to a lot of manga fans. A lot of manga fans right now are about to be very pleasantly surprised and happy about this situation, because if you remember a few months back, we spoke about that Crunchyroll was going to be losing the licenses to several different manga. A lot of manga were going to be removed from the platform, in particular the Kodansha titles, and a lot of people were like, wow, so what, we're not going to be able to read none of these titles no more unless we run out and get the physicals, because that was the primary way to get your hands on some of these manga. However, I speculated when they made that move that, okay, if they're doing this, more than likely they're probably gearing up to get their own Shonen Jump app-esque type of thing, the way Shonen Jump's doing it. Like, I was speculating that pretty much Kodansha was gearing up to do those type of moves, because yeah, in this day and age, having your own app if you're a manga publishing company is crucial, because the industry is heading that way. At some given point, physical distribution is going to be a thing of the past when it comes to manga, and it's going to be basically digital at the very least, with the juggernauts like Shonen Jump and Weekly Shonen Magazine. So I was thinking to myself, yeah, Kodansha is going to be doing it. They're the ones that are taking their titles off of Crunchyroll. Probably their contract with Crunchyroll expired. They're making their move, and voila, as I predicted, it is actually coming to fruition. Kodansha got their own app in the works on the way, and this is going to be major, and this is going to be an opportunity for a lot of us to read titles that probably we've been very much so interested in and just haven't been able to read them because either they, are locked behind this, that, and the third. Now it's going to be all in one place in a very dope way, and at the same time, again, give some competition and some pushback to Shonen Jump and what they got going on. Let's read. Screen Rant confirmed Kodansha will be releasing a new digital app called K-Manga that will give US fans access to Kodansha manga. 400 titles will be available, including 70 titles of ongoing manga currently in serialization, and it's set to release May 2023. It will have simulpub release between US, Japan. There's a Twitter account already made for it, but there's no mention on the pricing mode. And let's go through some of these things, because for starters, okay, boom, 400 titles available on launch. That is insanely good. That is just a... Gotta clap it up for Kodansha making a great move like that, because if you come out, especially with all this competition that is already on the market, and you don't have like a good library to really engage people and make people be like, yo, I want to buy into this, yeah, it's not going to work. So they coming out with 400 titles, including 70 ongoing things. So I'm willing to bet that if they're coming with 70 ongoing things, definitely they're going to return with Eden Zero, no questions asked. I'm guessing the new hit series that they got going on, Gachi Akuta, might be in that batch, or maybe it's just wishful thinking. I'm pretty sure To Your Eternity is going to be in that batch. Blue Lock, they'd be silly not to, because Blue Lock is just so freaking massive right now. You got to have Blue Lock in there. So those are some of the titles I am guessing. Set to release May 2023. That's a couple of months away. That is great as well. It's like, boom, the announcement, and then it's incoming as well. They definitely need to get a whole bunch of promo, though. They need to get fans aware of this, because even with Shonen Jump, till this day, there's still people that are like, yo, but where can I read manga? There's still people that have no idea that there's an app that you could read the latest chapters of One Piece and everything for free on the market. Shonen Jump's app, like, it's out there already, and people don't know about it. So Kodansha definitely got to put some marketing dollars into letting people know, raise awareness that, hey, we got a platform, you can read all of the things that you love, it'll be there. The simulpub release between US and Japan, another thing that is extremely crucial. Fans don't want to wait anymore. We're not in the days of Shonen Jump magazine physically coming out and being, 2 years behind from the Japanese. You gotta have it. It doesn't necessarily have to be like, hour per hour, minute per per minute, but if it comes out in Japan at the 25th, depending on the hour difference, it shouldn't be no more than a day of a lag between the Japanese release and the US release, the North American release, the global release, shall I say, for these manga, because fans ain't waiting that much. You know what I'm saying? Fans really are very impatient. Everybody's like wants instant now nowadays. So yeah, definitely you can't have too much of a lag between the release. The Twitter account that they have, I believe, is kmanga_kodansha if you're interested. And the pricing model. The pricing model is another big one, because if I'm not mistaken, right now Shonen Jump, they raised it $1, but I think it's at $2.99 a month, which is a steal. That's highway robbery. If you want to read manga, you love manga a lot, that is highway robbery. You're getting an incredible deal. So if K manga comes out and it is anything over $2.99, I could see some people feeling a certain way, especially if it's like $6 or something crazy. People are going to be like, no. There'll be a few people that'll jump in, but most people are going to be like, I think I'm going to stick to Shonen Jump's $2.99. They would really be ballsy to do it, but I think it would be a massive win if they went under what Shonen Jump is doing right now. If Shonen Jump is doing $2.99, if Kodansha comes out the gate like, oh, we're going with $1.99. We know y'all like Shonen Jump's original price of $1.99. We're going $1.99 a month. Everybody's going to look at it like, yo, that's a win. So pricing is going to be crucial as well. We know that spenders, especially with the way the world is right now in the economy, people aren't really with the big bag to be able to just throw money any which way. So they got to be very smart and strategic about this price. Anything over $2.99, I'd say they could get away with $3.99, but again, the comparisons are going to be there of like, why would I go with them when Shonen Jump is $2.99, and they're even $1 more is going to be deciding factor for some fans. So I would say at worst case scenario, they should match up Shonen Jump. Oh, Shonen Jump is $2.99, you guys be $2.99. But if they really wanted to get an edge up, I think $1.99 or $2.49 would be a great pricing to give them a little bit of a slight edge over Shonen Jump that has already established themselves. You know, this Jump app been out since like Christmas time, I think, of 2018. It's been a while, so Kodansha got a little bit of a late start, but I'm excited for this. This is going to breed competition. This is going to give legal access to a lot of manga that previously wasn't available, and it looks like it's just all a win around, assuming that there's not some, you know, major issues that we haven't heard of yet, but only time will tell. Either way, May 23rd, K Manga app, you're going to be able to read Blue Lock, Eden Zero. If Attack on Titan gets a new manga, it'll probably be on there. Like, there's going to be a lot of really good stuff, you know, To Your Eternity, Gachi Akuta. There's tons, loads of things that we probably will have access. Oh my god, if they're talking about all these titles, maybe they might have all of Hajime no Ippo finally to legally read every oh my god, if they do that, that's gonna be so win. But yes, people, K-Manga 2023 May, we eatin', boys. Moving forward, Demon Slayer fans, you're not gonna like this one. I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. You're probably not going to be happy about this news, but I gotta bring it to you because and we'll keep it in the rumor pile, but I feel like this sounds about right and this sounds legit, but I could totally be off base on this one, so I want to preface it with that. But I think that this is legit when it comes to the upcoming Demon Slayer Swordsmith Village arc. Now, y'all know, in case you don't, that recently they did the world tour, you know, premiere that had at the end of the world tour, the first episode, it was like an hour-long special and all of that jazz, and it looked good. Animation and art was great, you know, setting things up for the season or whatnot. But I remember, if I'm not mistaken, in the previous season of Demon Slayer, they did something similar with like a big hour-long special as well. So that's one thing to note of, like, okay, kind of sounds similar. But yeah, and the last season of Demon Slayer, let's also be clear, if you subtract the episodes that they tacked on from the Mugen Train readaptation, you know how they have Mugen Train and it was like, hey, they cut it up into, you know, episodes, and they tacked it on with the 11 episodes of Demon Slayer season 2 to make, what was it, 18 episodes in total, but in actuality it was the movie with 11 episodes. Yeah, it seems as though potentially Demon Slayer Swordsmith Village is going to be 11 episodes, and well, let's just quickly read this post. Demon Slayer Season 3 will only have 11 episodes. According to a leak by a Twitter account user, Demon Slayer Swordsmith Village arc will have 11 episodes, and the first episode, of course, will premiere April 9th. It should be pointed out, of course, that there's no official confirmation about the episodes so far, but the rumor has it that it will only have 11 episodes for Season 3, and let's not deny it. Come on, at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's the truth. They are milking Demon Slayer, and they're gonna milk Demon Slayer for all it's worth. Now, there's a positive and, of course, negative. Negative is that, yo, dog, they milking this at every turn. Like, a lot of people were upset with the world tour thingy that basically, you know, even the editing on the world tour thing of having the credits and all that stuff roll like 4 different times was outrageous and ridiculous. So that was one thing. And in general, it was a money grab. The world tour, it was cool to see these things in the theater, and it was cool to get, you know, the Swordsmith Village first episode a month beforehand, all of that jazz. But you can deny it all you want, that was a money grab. They were just trying to get some dollars, and, you know, it is what it is. I gotta respect the hustle, I guess, huh? But at the same time, now them cutting it down to, we started off with season 1 was 24 episodes, then season 2 was the movie chopped up with 11 episodes, and now season 3 is yet again 11 episodes. It's like, I mean, there's some hour-long specials, so usually if you count it all together, it's really like 12 to 13 episodes worth of material, maybe more. But either way, it's still a bit like, damn, dog, how we go from 24 to 11? So there's that disappointment of like, yo, we had a lot of episodes, and now we don't. And also, this is going to extend. Like, we're going to be finishing Demon Slayer, I don't even know, it'd probably be another 3 to 7 more years, depending on how they roll, because we're only doing these 11 episode drops. So that's another negative of like, it's going to be a while before we could get all of Demon Slayer and watch it all the way through season per season because of these small drops that they're doing. On the other hand, it's like, wait a minute, in terms of the quality of these things, this is going to benefit the quality. If, I don't know if, you know, Studio Ufotable is having financial issues or whatever the case may be, but they still are banging out the quality with these smaller drops. So there's a high probability that they're going to be able to deliver in that capacity of, hey, it's still going to look magnificent. So if it's gonna deliver the utmost possible quality to only do these 11 episodes, I still gotta feel like I'm on board, because at the end of the day, yeah, practicing patience is important above all with this situation, because being patient, these 11 episodes are gonna bang. Like, let's not deny that, yes, it was 11 episodes for the entertainment district, but that last couple of episodes especially looked great, and in general, the season looked great. So more than likely, the Swordsmith Village arc, even though it'll be 11 episodes, is still going to look great. So yes, we got to practice a little bit of patience, but it's going to be worth it, because the reward is going to be a massively great season of beautiful art and animation. And in general, Studio Ufotable is going to deliver what we want. Like, we don't want them to bang out 24 episodes and then the animation is stiff, because then people are going to be like, that's not, you know, Demon Slayer at this point is signature for having beautiful art and animation. You take that away, it'll kind of dampen the experience. Look at One Punch Man when we went from season 1 to 2, you know what I'm saying? Look at My Hero ever since like seasons 2 or 3, where the animation and art dipped. People and fans aren't silly. People and fans, they know what they want. They know the experience they're expecting. And if Demon Slayer doesn't deliver that, oh my god, I can't believe they were able to pull this off type of vibe, nobody's gonna, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna dive dramatically. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing of the episode count. Yeah, we would love 24 episodes, or hell, even 20 episodes, but at the end of the day, if it's 11 banging episodes, I'm not gonna be too upset about it. If anything, I'm going to be just happy that the production studio has all this time to create this content. And maybe that's why, because they are focusing in on quality, they got to find ways to make revenue in other areas. So it's like, okay, well, watch the Swordsmith Village arc early, you know, the first episode with some of the previous episodes in movie theaters. So I kind of start to understand some of their moves around it. Not that I'm necessarily fond of it, but it's like they got to make money somehow. Like, flat out, this isn't just a charity work. They have to make money. So they got to find ways to kind of get capital aside from a 24 episode thing where advertisers and all that stuff. So it's a slippery slope, but I am going to be with a positive mindset that, dog, is Demon Slayer, and y'all know when we do get those 11 episodes, our socks are going to be knocked the hell off. And who knows, maybe it's also this whole 11 episode situation because maybe they got a movie in the works. Maybe they're gonna do another Mugen Train, but for real this time with another arc, and it's going to be magnificent. So there's that possibility as well, and sign me up for that. The world tour thingy, it didn't really pan out to what I was hoping for, but if they have a full-on new movie that is either an arc from the manga or something totally original that's really good from Koyoharu Toge, I'm here for it. But either way, rumor has it, season 3 of Demon Slayer, 11 episodes, and let's just be patient. Moving forward, we got some Naruto / Boruto gaming news. Y'all already know that it was announced that Naruto Storm Connections is incoming. That is going to basically be a collage of all of the previous Storm games in one, as well as some original Boruto gaming story. So there's going to be an original Boruto story in it, and recently Shonen Jump released a bunch of scans that aren't necessarily necessarily like something to be gung-ho about per se, if I'm being honest. It's like, y'all doing a horrible job of promoting this game, and I don't know if that's because legit it's not going to be anything outside of this, but based on the scans, it doesn't give us anything like to jump for joy, like, hey, oh snap, look at this. Because what I'm looking at right here with this first scan, you got on one page Ashura and on one page Indra, the two brothers that were shown to be DLC for the game. You got a full big shot of all of the cast of characters from the Naruto games up there, and then you just see the stuff that you kind of already saw in the trailer of their ultimates, and you see Naruto or the Kurama mode thingy majig with Kurama holding the truth orbs and whatnot. So it's kind of like, again, it's not giving you anything new, which is, if you're gonna put this repackaging of all the Storm games, you got to give a lot of new stuff to justify it. It's like nowadays a greatest hits album, for example, you can't just put like, you know, the 15 greatest hits and 2 new songs and expect people to run out and buy 1 million copies of that project. That's just not gonna happen. Like, if you're doing a greatest hits, you got to give 15 songs and at least, I don't know, a good another 5 to 10 of new material for people to be like, okay, that's a justifiable purchase. So looking at that page, it's like nothing new. And then we got a big close-up of the Kurama with the truth orbs. Again, I'm like, all right, it looks cool and all, and I think that might be something new. Don't quote me on that, but it's like, I don't really know. It's not getting me gung-ho about it. Then we got another page, and it's just typical like a Storm page, Naruto doing the Rasengan, showing old clips from the previous Storm games, Naruto and Sasuke clashing, Naruto going up against Kurama, and then another page we got from like Storm 1, Naruto versus Shukaku, then we got Shippuden, Pain stuff. So a lot of stuff that is like, yo, this is so cool, of like, hey, I'm gonna be revisiting this. But especially the people that are on the fence about it, like, oh, it's just a collection of Storm, like we played Storm 10 years ago, why do we care? That this isn't gonna sell them. So it's a slippery slope. I feel like they really, within the next couple of, you know, press releases, they got to do something else. Like, they got to come up with a better trailer than what they gave us before, and these articles got to show us something new, because right now nobody is like gung-ho about like, oh god, I get to play Storm games again. I am. Let me not say nobody. I am, and a few people that I know are hype about it as well. Like, yo, the servers is gonna be popping. There's gonna be a lot of people to play with. It's gonna be fun to revisit all this stuff. I'm going straight away to play Storm 1 again. But yeah, to sell this game, you need more new stuff, dog. Show some Boruto related stuff, as crazy as it sounds. But I think like showing, you know, just Kawaki, like, I think just showing Kawaki as a playable character will give people hope that there's going to be more to it, and it's going to just be a little bit more exciting, opposed to just like, look at old Naruto stuff. It's like, yo, dog, a lot of us, like, I have every single Storm game from Storm 1 all the way to Storm Road to Boruto. Like, I got all of them, so it's not driving me to really get hype. And then imagine some other people that aren't as attached to Naruto as me. They're gonna be like, get it out of here, fam, get it out of here. So yeah, we gotta wait and see what's happening, but that's the stuff that they've released so far regarding Storm Connections. However, in other Naruto gaming news, which I'm not a fan of the gacha games, I'll be honest with you, the Naruto Borutage mobile game or whatnot, I'm not a big fan of it. I never really got into it like that. I tried it, I think, upon launch many years ago. I think there's a video out there of me playing it now that I think of it, like when it first came out, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. However, they released some scans that actually got me interested of some stuff that's coming to the game, and it's some Sasuke with this whole new look with, like, it looks like a Susanoo mask on the side of his face and some samurai armor on his shoulders, and just in general it looks super fly. And these scans right here of Sasuke using, I think it's like a Raikiri, like he's surrounded in electricity and whatnot, it looks absolutely fire. And it's kind of like, man, if they put more cool stuff like this and new stuff, and they just try some different stuff with a lot of these Naruto games, I think it'll be a win. Like, same thing with Storm Connections. Like, if you had this as like for Storm Connections, I think that would have got people more excited than just, hey, look, the stuff from the trailer that you guys were disappointed with from the beginning. Like, yeah, like, put this stuff in Storm Connections, because this looks actually cool, and this is something that, like, especially in the Boruto era stuff, I would love to see Sasuke rocking this fit in the Boruto timeline right now, because that looks absolutely fire. I wish we get a movie. Oh my god, it would be fire if this is in the upcoming Naruto original 4 episodes of the anime. Maybe at some point, oh well, there wasn't Susanoo and OG Naruto, never mind, shucks. But either way, this fit looks cool. They got to do more with this than just keep it in this Borutage thingy majig, because this is flying. It makes me want to download the game if I'm just being real. Moving forward, fans of Shaman King. Yes, y'all know Shaman King. It recently had a new adaptation of the manga, you know, different from the old adaptation, whatnot. They got a new Shaman King anime that is going to be going with the sequel series, Shaman King Flowers. And for starters, we got a visual of it, and it's so crazy. Again, I'm not that familiar with Shaman King, and especially Shaman King Flowers. I'm not too familiar, but that kind of looks like the main character, but that's clearly not him. Like, it has the same look and vibe as the original Shaman King, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, these are all new characters, not from the original Shaman King, except why does that spirit on his shoulder look like the main character from Shaman King 1? I'm not sure, but either way, we got Shaman King Flowers anime incoming. This is the first key visual, and it looks really good. But, and I remember from my experience as well, thinking like, oh, you know, people were saying, and I felt that Shaman King's anime didn't really have, like, the animation felt a bit stiff. Like, the visuals look real pretty, the art and animation, but the animation felt a little stiff, and it was like, damn it, you know, we thought we was really gonna get like a classic Hunter x Hunter type of anime, and it didn't necessarily deliver. So I'm skeptical on what this is going to be. I think they have more of an opportunity to push this one and make it really good, because, yo, this is new stuff. I don't think Shaman King Flowers has ever been animated before, so hey, make it look really good. This is an opportunity to salvage, to a certain degree, the Shaman King name. And jumping into the details, it says here, Shaman King Flowers new TV anime visual reveal. The air date is January 2024, so come January this next year, it'll be out. The animation studio is Studio Bridge. I've never heard of them. And of course, this is again the sequel to the original Shaman King. And I might check it out, to be honest with you, again after I finish the original Shaman King, so it'll be a while, but I will commend that. First of all, I never thought that this would actually happen, especially all those years ago when I heard about Shaman King returning with Shaman King Flowers. I was like, you know, what are they going to do with this? So who knows, maybe this has been a multi-year plan. When they brought Shaman King Flowers out and it started to be successful, they probably thought at some point we're going to revamp this whole franchise and come with, you know, Shaman King Flowers. And it's a shame that Shaman King, the revival, didn't really take off like I thought it would. I thought it was going to be like, again, on that Hunter x Hunter type of vibe of like everybody being like, oh snap, I remember Shaman King, hells yeah, but it didn't really do that. And again, I think it was due to the anime being a little bit disappointing. But either way, Shaman King Flowers anime incoming January 2024 with a whole new cast, I think, and looks alright so far, but I'm not gonna have my expectations high, because again, the original Shaman King anime, that, not the original, but the previous Shaman King anime that was on Netflix wasn't all that per se. The OG Shaman King, you know, to be Shaman King, like, that was fire. Moving forward, major return. A lot of people are like, I never in a million years saw this coming. What the hell? A lot of manga and anime and all sorts of stuff are coming back from being over with. And another one, even though it'll be for a short period of time, is there is a new Nura Rise of the Yokai Clan manga incoming, and this is shocking. For starters, Nura was one of the most beautiful manga from a Jump series, like back in the day. Like, I remember the art just looking so sick, you know, just the samurai whole aesthetic to it. It looked fire. And to hear that it's returning, it's kind of, I have a little bit of a mixed feeling of it, just because I remember I felt like at the time when it ended that it kind of got done dirty. I remember that Nura, like, there was still more story to tell, and I think they had like the last, I don't know how many handful of chapters released in like a whole different magazine. And I remember thinking to myself, well, why not just have them in Jump? Like, it ran in Jump, why have the last batch of chapters run in other magazines, sister magazines? Like, it felt a little disrespectful to me, so I was kind of like, alrighty, whatever. But yeah, Nura is returning. It says here, Nura Rise of the Yokai Clan by Hiroshi Shibashi will return for a while, starting in the upcoming Ultra Jump issue 5 2023 next month. This is the same magazine, coincidentally, that has JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the new part in it. So who knows? Remember, we spoke about, in case you don't follow, definitely hit that subscribe button and that bell so you follow FORNEVER News, because we spoke about that Ultra Jump had like its biggest print issue in like, I don't know how many years. It's the third time they ever had to reprint issue of Ultra Jump because of JoJo starting in there. Maybe they saw that and they were like, yo, this is an opportunity. Let's keep it cooking, dog. Let's bring Nura Rise of the Yokai Clan back. They probably looked in the archives like, what's a big Jump title that ain't doing nothing right now? The author ain't doing nothing that we could bring back. How about Nura Rise of the Yokai Clan? We remember the author bringing in some manuscripts a while ago. Boom, because I think this is an opportunity to make Ultra Jump more than just like, oh, the magazine with JoJo's and a bunch of other no-name stuff. Like, now they can do like yo, there's the Nura sequel that's in there. Again, even though it's going to be short-lived, but it also says the new title is Nurara Hyon no Mago Kage. The first chapter will follow Rikuo during elementary and middle school. The new Nura Rise of the Yokai Clan Kage manga will be a short series with 4 chapters in total depicting stories that weren't told in the main story. So I'm gonna call it that Ultra Jump is doing a test right here. They probably were like, yo, can we do like some other like big return type of thing and see what happens? Like maybe we'll get another reprint, and then from there they're gonna take it of like, maybe we could do something with this magazine, because let's be real, like how many manga do people read in Ultra Jump outside of JoJo's? And I might be wrong on that. A bunch of people are gonna type, dude, what are you talking about? Kage Masa blah 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 is like my favorite series and it's in Ultra Jump. You gotta do your research, bro. What the hell? Really? But yeah, Nura Rise of the Yokai Clan will be returning for a little period of time with 4 chapters, and I'm imagining if people are excited about it, who knows, they'll do a big sequel series that'll be serialized, or in general, they're probably going to keep on testing things. Like Ultra Jump probably really liked that whole big thing of reprinting for JoJo's, and they're like, why don't we get a couple of legacy titles in here? I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Either way, we'll see. Yeah, new Nura manga. I didn't expect this one at all. Moving forward, in case you missed it, I did speak about it in a previous issue, but yeah, the creator of Beelzebub, he is back with a new manga, not in Shonen Jump, unfortunately. It looks like a lot of legacy authors probably moving forward aren't really going to be returning to the main magazine of Shonen Jump, just because it looks like they're putting them in all these other places. Like, yo, we got Jump Plus, we got all of these magazines. Let's use these veteran authors that still want to make manga to kind of fill the gaps in those magazines. But it says here, Beelzebub creator Tamura Ryuhei will start a new alien girl x high school boy manga series titled Cosmos, starting in Sunday's GX issue 5 2023. A high school boy who can see through people's lives lives a quiet life until he meets a mysterious girl. And if I'm not mistaken, this is in one of those educational magazines that Shonen Jump is starting. So yeah, we reported on that, I think it was last week in FORNEVERNEWS, that there's a new magazine that is aimed more towards like kids in middle school and just in general school age kids, where Shonen Jump has been aiming more towards like older people, which is crazy, but they're not going to switch the Shonen Jump title, even though it would make more sense, because it looks like Shonen Jump, the main magazine, has been aiming towards older audience. This one right here is going to be aimed towards middle school, high school, things like that. So I'm not expecting too much from this, if I'm being honest. I will check it out, but I'm not expecting too much, because again, there's probably going to be some restrictions on what you can and can't show in terms of, yo, it's going to be in one of these magazines, which I respect it. I think it's, even if I'm not mistaken, an educational magazine is like Shonen Jump Education, something like that. So I'm not sure where this is going to go. I know that the author of Beelzebub has written some crude and wild stuff back in the day of Beelzebub, so I'm going to keep my eyes peeled. Yo, Shonen Jump, what are y'all trying to peddle towards the kids? I'm watching. But yeah, people, we got a new manga coming from the creator of Beelzebub about an alien girl and a high school boy and all sorts of insanity. Keep your eyes peeled if you really enjoyed Beelzebub. Or I believe he had another manga as well. What was it called again? Hungry Mary, was it? I forget what it was. But he also had another series that didn't really last too long in Jump as well. Moving forward, Black Clover fans. We got a little bit of news for Black Clover. Thank goodness, right? It feels like it never gets no love no more. But Black Clover got some stuff incoming in terms of Black Clover will be publishing a special talk between Yuki Tabata and Fumiya Takahashi. I think that's a fellow manga creator, the author of, what series? I can't remember. Okay, I take it back. That's not an author at all. That's the voice of Jester in the upcoming Black Clover, The Sword of the Wizard King film. So we're gonna have an interview between somebody from the cast of the Black Clover movie and Yuki Tabata, which I'm imagining, I don't know if Jump set this up or it was Tabata himself, like, yo dog, I want to promote my movie. Like, we got a little time now. It got delayed from March. I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about it, but it got delayed from March. Let Tabata cook. Let him promote it in a way that's interesting, and I prefer it, if anything, that like, okay, if this is going to be about the Sword of the Wizard King movie, this is going to promote it. You get somebody from the cast. I think this could be kind of exciting. At the same time, hopefully the cast member has some questions for Tabata. They could get a cool understanding. And either way, I'm looking forward to this one. I ain't gonna lie. I think this is the 8th anniversary celebration that they're doing for Black Clover, and it's like, so an interview between a cast member from the upcoming movie and Yuki Tabata. Like, it would have been cool if it was Asta's voice actor and Yuki Tabata, or a few of the Black Bull members, but Jester, like, yo dog, what they trying to say about Tabata? They trying to say he's he's the clown jester of Shonen Jump. You know what I'm saying? What they doing here? No. And also, to celebrate the anniversary, Black Clover will be commemorating its 8th anniversary in Weekly Shonen Jump with publishing a special poster to celebrate the occasion. So you get a poster and an interview. I'm looking forward to the interview. The poster might be cool, but this seems a bit lackluster, though. To make it in 8 years in Shonen Jump, that's almost a decade. It's 2 years shy of a decade. Wow, my God, bro. We getting old, dog. Well, me and whoever's been following me for a long time, because, fam, I remember Black Clover and My Hero Academia being the new kids on the block, and now they're the veterans. 8 years, dog. That's a long time, and people be sleeping on Black Clover, but it made it through Shonen Jump's rigorous acts for 8 years. Like, clap it up for Tabata. Clap it up for this wholesome guy that is a trendsetter. You see, I see a lot of Asta clones out there in the manga space, okay? Cut the malarkey. I see a lot of Asta clones out there. I'm looking at you, that manga and weekly shonen magazine called Dead Account. I'm looking at you, dog. I'm looking at a couple of different, like, yo, what's with the Asta clones? I'm seeing them. I'm just saying. But yeah, they're celebrating Black Clover's 8th anniversary with an interview and a poster. I better get my hands on that poster. I want that poster. It better be good too. Like, yo, this is how you celebrate 8 years in Jump. Like, at least where's the popularity poll, dog? Where's some of that stuff at? You feel me? Unless they already conducted it and maybe they'll release the results soon. But yeah, I don't know. It feels like this is very minimal for a celebration, and it sucks because it makes it feel like Black Clover is the redheaded stepchild of Weekly Shonen Jump's big battle series. But yeah, we'll take what we can get at this point, and at the very least we got a movie incoming, so let's look on the bright side. You know what I'm saying? Let's not be completely pessimistic about the situation. On the bright side, we got a film incoming that I know a lot of us are really excited about, and we're definitely going to support to the fullest, The Sword of the Wizard King. But Black Clover deserves better. Moving forward, big update for fans of the Elusive Samurai series. It is getting an anime. Real big stuff, and I expect it. It's been a while since it's been running, and it's been doing some pretty decent sales for a long while now. In case you don't know about the Elusive Samurai, it's from the same author that brought you Assassination Classroom, and I'm sure you've heard of that because that was a massive series during its time. But it says here, The Elusive Samurai by Yusei Matsui will be receiving a TV anime adaptation, and it will be releasing casting information on March 25th at Anime Japan 2023. And also, this is a big one, which gives me a lot of hope and hype for this one, that the series will be produced by Cloverworks, and a special preview will be revealed on Sunday. And if memory serves me correctly, I think Cloverworks has been doing some great stuff. I know Spy Family is like a collaborative effort with Cloverworks, and Spy Family is great. So Cloverworks, they're building up their reputation, if I'm just keeping it real. Cloverworks has built up their reputation of they're actually a pretty decent studio, and them getting the Elusive Samurai, I've been meaning to check this one out. I'm just gonna wait for the anime at this point, and yeah, we'll get some announcements. I'm guessing maybe fall or winter we'll actually get the anime premiering, unless they're gonna really hold this back, which I don't think so. So I'm guessing fall or winter is when we'll get the first episode of the Elusive Samurai and the big return of Yusei Matsui after ending his smash hit, The Assassination Classroom. Then I want to talk about another GOAT that's returning to manga. Well, they're a GOAT to me. In case you didn't read it, there was a really cool series called The Hunters Guild Red Hood that debuted in Shonen Jump about a year or two ago now, and it was fire. It was absolutely fire. However, due to the editor that was on board and in general it not being received well, it got canceled very early, despite me saying, yo, dog, this could be like the next Demon Slayer. Like, that's how much hype I had for it. Unfortunately, it got removed, and the author even did such a badass thing at the end. He got super meta and basically called out his own editor for messing up the series. But it seems as though Kawaguchi is returning, and it says here, Nazotoki Hakase no Hirameki Iseki Tankenki by Ito Kamamura and Yuki Kawaguchi got a new series. The new serial work will be publishing its first chapter in Study Jump 2023 spring. Again, these are those new educational magazines that Jump is putting out, and it's scheduled to release on April 1st. Really, dog? On April Fool's it's coming. But the art looks cool, and in general, I hope that even though it's in the Study Jump, you know, this kind of aim towards a younger demographic type of magazine, I hope that is interesting enough that I could get into it, because I am a fan of Yuki Kawaguchi's writing. I thought The Hunters Guild Red Hood was a fantastic manga. I loved it. So to see that they're getting another shot at a manga, I'm here for it all the way. I mean, granted, there's a co-creator on board, again, Ito Kamamura, but I want to see Yuki Kawaguchi shine. I feel like Yuki Kawaguchi was robbed, and The Hunters Guild Red Hood was straight gas that didn't get its opportunity to shine. So we'll see see what happens. But again, returning April 1st and Study Jump. Let's see if maybe they could bring some magic again. Although, if I'm being honest, with the art, it doesn't look nowhere close to as interesting as the Hunter's Guild Red Hood. Hunter's Guild Red Hood gave you, like, you're in for a journey of a lifetime. This one is like, might be some slice of life stuff with mystery in it. Oh my god, if I call me a prophet. Hey, without the profit, I guess, because I don't get no monies off of Yuki Kawaguchi. Next up, very interesting story. As I keep on throughout this episode, you should watch the full episodes of FORNEVER News. I'm just saying, I drop a lot of really awesome and exciting information in the world of anime and manga. It seems as though Shonen Jump is gearing up to launch another platform. It says here, Shueshia seems to be, or not Shonen Jump, Shueshia, let's be clear, the publisher. Shueshia seems to be preparing to launch a new platform by the name of JumpToon, as the domain jumptoon.jp has also been registered as of the same date. And apparently it says the trademark was JumpToon, and the logo, it just says JumpToon, but there's no information on that. I wonder what the heck that's going to be. Maybe it could be that they're going to have like animations of like certain comics. You know how they have the comic animations? Maybe it's going to be like that. I remember there was Vomix back in the day that I'm sure a lot of people would love to get their hands on, like some of those Hitman Reborn Vomix that took, like, they got some actors and they did some of the stuff for the manga that never got animated. So maybe it's going to be stuff like that. Like, you take the Vomix and then you do some animation, and boom, you can have something really cool for Reborn. Of course, we all want the anime, let's not question it, but it could be something like that, or it could be some games. Maybe they're gonna have like some game kind of thing, because I know that, if I'm not mistaken, we just reported the Artist of Act Age is back with a new series that is gonna be kind of like a game type of thing. So maybe they're gonna have more manga that are also dual playing as games, and that's a big bag for Shueisha at the end of the day. If they can get some gacha market going with manga, that'll be a big win. But let's keep an eye out for JumpToon, because I'm betting that they're going to be doing something innovative with this. It sounds about right, and it sounds like Shonen Jump and Shueisha in general are just trying some stuff. I think in the world right now in general, most people are in a stage of trying stuff, like, let's just try it, see if it works. And this is probably another one of the products of the era that we're in, JumpToon. What if we just call this the JumpToon era? Hey, nah. Moving forward, something I thought was pretty interesting and pretty neat at the same time. Apparently the recent One Piece game, One Piece Odyssey, is going to be getting a novel. It says here, this year's 50th issue of Shueisha's weekly Shonen Jump magazine revealed on Monday that Bandai Namco's Entertainment's One Piece Odyssey game is getting a novel adaptation that is serializing in the One Piece magazine MOOC magazine book. The novel began serialization in the MOOC 16th issue, which released on my birthday, March 2nd. So we're going to be getting a novel adaptation of One Piece Odyssey, which could very well lead to a manga adaptation of it, I'm just saying. And apparently the writer of the Sasuke novel, the Uchiha and the Heavenly Stardust, and One Piece Heroines, is writing the new novel, and Nakamura is drawing the illustrations. Previous One Piece novels that ran in the One Piece magazine include One Piece Heroines and One Piece Aces story. So this will probably be adapted into a manga as well, I'm gonna call it, which I'm excited about that. And in general, it's kind of neat, like a One Piece game that is, I've heard pretty good things about Odyssey. I have Odyssey, I played a bit of it, I liked what I played so far, but I haven't played enough to make a solid judgment. Yeah, I think it's cool that they're gonna take the story and put it into a novel. I forget if it was One Piece World Red, I think. I would love a manga adaptation of that one. That one was really hype. It was like Edo Tensei, Whitebeard, and all these other dudes. I was like, okay, it's a little wacky and out there, but I kind of like it. Either way, One Piece Odyssey getting a novel. Let's go. Moving forward, we got a little update on To Your Eternity. In case you don't know, it was announced that To Your Eternity anime season 3 is coming. This will cover the modern day arc based on the manga by Yoshitoki Oima, which I haven't been keeping up with To Your Eternity for a while, but considering it's going through time and the main character is damn near immortal, I'm imagining this is going to bring us into the modern day, and I'm fascinated. Now I gotta really get back in, because I'm fascinated to see how the MC, I can't even remember his name, it's been that long, god damn it, is it Fushi? I feel like it's Fushi. How he deals with being in modern society, because he's been in, like, you know, prehistoric, well, what feels like prehistoric time, but he's been in like the Middle Ages, all sorts of times. So to see him like in the big city, like imagine him just roaming through New York and like I don't know, some crazy stuff happens. Like, yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I want to get back into To Your Eternity. It's just that it was, I ain't gonna lie, heartbreakingly sad. There's just so much sad stuff that I was like, oh, my heart can't take it. but I'm gonna give it another shot because it sounds dope, and just in general, it's nice to hear that To Your Eternity is getting another season, season 3. Let's go. And with all the returns that are happening, Dragon Quest is having a return. It says here, Dragon Quest: The Adventures of Dai, Dragon Quest Dai no Daiboken, new anime project in development. Now, I'm curious because didn't the original or the recent one that just ended, the Dragon Quest Adventures of Dai anime, adapt the entirety of the Dragon Quest Dai manga, or am I bugging out on that? If I'm wrong on that, then forgive me, but looking at it like that, it's kind of like, okay, what are they gonna do with this? Like, they clearly saw some success with it, and I think in general the Dragon Quest Adventures of Dai anime is just such a solid thing. Like, that was Toei Animation's attempt at pulling like a Hunter x Hunter 2011 type of thing, and them coming up with a new project, that's fire. I think Dragon Quest should have an anime constantly going because it's a really dope concept, it's a really dope thing, and it's great promo for the game, so why not? And I really got to go back and finish the Dragon Quest anime because what I saw, it was heat. It was a little bit, if I'm being honest, like, because this is a manga from probably the 80s, if I'm not mistaken, where a lot of the villains were like just, you know, animals like Alligator Man or Crocodile Man and stuff like that. So it was a little bit of an adjustment to be like, okay, this is what was happening in that time period. But either way, I'm looking forward to more of Dragon Quest coming because I know at some given point I'm going to watch all of Dragon Quest, and then having more to watch is great. So this is a cool thing, and at the same time, again, it shows that Dragon Quest brought in the ratings and did what it needed to do for them to justify making more of it. Again, although I don't know, like, is there more manga to be adapted, or is this going to be original, or what's up with that? I mean, now that I think about it, it might not be a Dai no Daiboken. They might adapt. Isn't there a manga based on the Sensei that's been going on for a while? Maybe it's going to be the prequel manga to the Dai series, but they're using the Dai title to promote it, but it's going to be about, his name, it keeps ringing in my head. Avon. I want to say his name is Avon, the Sensei. Yes, maybe that's what it's gonna be. Maybe it's gonna be called something along the lines of Dragon Quest Avon no Daiboken. Like, that'll work. But yeah, they're using the word Dai. I don't know. That's probably something that they're going to figure out along the way. But, I mean, there's a whole Avon manga. Why not adapt it? Quickly, while I'm here, I wanted to tell you guys that apparently it was reported, allegedly, in a lawsuit that Buffalo Wild Wings' wings was reported by them themselves to not be real wings. Their boneless wings in particular apparently are children's chicken nuggets. So that was something that I wanted to talk about, to tell you that, yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings' boneless wings are not really wings. They're just chicken nuggets from children. Like, I'm sorry to break the fourth wall to you guys. Moving forward, another legendary return. I gotta title this episode of FORNEVER News the big returns for a bunch of different anime you never thought were returning, because apparently Ultimate Muscle's returning. Just says here, Kinukiman is getting a new TV anime series, and then they also released a new promo visual for the upcoming new Kinukiman anime, and I ain't gonna lie, the visual itself looks pretty cool, although all you really see is just a big muscular body, and I bet Hulk Hogan is happy as hell because I remember this was Hulk Hogan's favorite anime, Kinukiman. So we will see, but yeah, there's a new Ultimate Muscle anime coming in. Oh my god, now that I think about it, as we've been reporting in the top 50 sales, Kinukiman has been doing great with sales. Like, the sales of Kinukiman, like these new volumes they've been putting out, have been wonderful. They probably started putting out these new volumes in anticipation for a new Ultimate Muscle anime, so that's probably the end goal of what they were doing. And either way, it's madness in 2023. All of these series, a new Shaman King, a new Ultimate Muscle, like, wow, Nura is returning with some new chapters. Madness. I got a heartbreaking story for a lot of music fans. I know you're like, whoa, you talking about music? Yes, I am. I can do that. This is my show, FORNEVER News. Yeah. Datpiff finally shut down after almost 18 years. If you don't know about Datpiff.com, back in the days, especially like during the Wayne mixtape era and all that jazz, Datpiff was crucial. That was where you got all the mixtapes. I have a few mixtapes up there that I won't tell you by what name I was going under, so you don't look them up. But yeah, I had some mixtapes on there back in the day as well. And it was, you know, that was where you went to get your mixtapes. Bottom line, for the longest time, until the music industry restructured and changed so that mixtapes weren't like people rapping over other people's beats, and they were basically like albums that were being titled mixtapes. Datpiff.com was the hub to get music. So to see after 18 years it going down, I wonder if it's because they can't afford the servers anymore. They're just not making that type of money. Because I remember they even had, like, Wayne did recently a project that was exclusive to Datpiff.com, and like for them to go down, it must be that they've been struggling to stay afloat because the music industry screwed them. The music industry saw like, oh, that mixtape stuff is working on Datpiff. Well, we can't really, because of legality, have people rapping over other people's beats. So we're gonna condition everybody to believe that a mixtape is rapping over original beats, even though that's just an album or an EP if it's short enough. But yeah, so it hurt Datpiff.com crucially, to the point where after almost 18 years it's going down. Thank you for all the mixtapes you brought forth to a lot of people's lives, Datpiff, even though a lot of that content was arguably like, oh, people shouldn't have been listening to it. But either way, shout outs to Datpiff.com. It was a true savior in a time where mixtapes was uncertain, entering the digital era, and it did what it did. And after 18 years, salute Datpiff.com. It's a goner. It's a bye-bye. Next up, in light of everything that's going down with Pokemon, how Ash is retiring with Pikachu and there's entering new protagonists and all that jazz, they're doing a massive promo of Pokemon taking over Japan. It says here, Ash Ketchum takes over Shinjuku Station to celebrate the end to his Pokemon anime journey. Ash and Pikachu's 26-year Pokemon anime journey comes to an end later this month, and to celebrate all of his achievements throughout his 1 year in anime, yeah, he's had like a million years, the top Pokemon trainer has taken over the main screen at JR Shinjuku Station, the busiest train station in the world. The video shown until March 19th, but for those unable to make it out to Shinjuku to see it, the official Pokemon Twitter account has shown video off in a tweet, and I just see like, yeah, it has all of Ash's moments, which is really cool. I wish I could see that in person, man, but you know, I guess this little video that they put out on the AnniePoke_PR Twitter account will suffice of Ash and his journey. And it's still sad as hell, like, dog, the boy is going bye-bye, even though they're bringing in new children. But yeah, salute to Ash and Pikachu, man. I'm definitely going to talk about those final episodes on my other channel, FORNEVERWORLD, which you should check it out and subscribe if you haven't already. Slam Dunk fans. Apparently, Slam Dunk has once again made some major moves with the Slam Dunk movie. It says here, the first Slam Dunk anime film scores 2 points to become 29th highest grossing film at the Japanese box office. Another week sees the first Slam Dunk anime film rank highly at the Japanese box office, just as it has since opened back in December. With yet another successful week, along with a win at the Japan Academy Awards, the film jumped up 2 places on the all-time Japan box office charts to become the 29th highest grossing film of all time. As of March 12th, the first Slam Dunk has made a total of 11.9 billion yen, $89.6 million. Damn, almost 100 mil. You know they're going to push it to try and get that 100 mil. On the back of more than 8.19 million tickets sold, this places Slam Dunk behind The Wind Rises on both anime all-time and overall all-time highest grossing charts, needing just 200 million yen to pass the Hayao Miyazaki classic. And big shout outs to Slam Dunk. I ain't gonna lie, I have my doubts about it. I still might check it out of curiosity, because y'all know how I feel about the CG, although I'm warming up to CG. They're forcing me to warm up to CG. You know what I'm saying? At this point, they're forcing me to warm up to the 3D CG era, so we'll see how it goes. But it is speaking volumes that $90 million on a Slam Dunk movie. Like, Slam Dunk is one of the most popular manga of all time, so I think that sold it in general and got people to look past the 3D. But the fact that it reached that height is not just because like, yo, it's Slam Dunk, because you know there's movies that word of mouth will destroy the credibility, so there might be something there to it. Okay people, and it's time to jump into the weekly Shonen Jump and weekly Shonen Magazine author comments, courtesy of Jos_Ke. And let's get started with the Shonen Jump author comments. Let's start off with Blue Box by Koji Miura. They said, it's the 2nd anniversary. I could never thank my readers enough. I would appreciate your continued support. Yeah, that's definitely on its way to an anime, and I think it's going to do some big things because it's been doing some decent numbers without any type of major push. So big shouts to Blue Box. We got Sakamoto Days' Yuto Suzuki. I can't wait to ride on the new roller coaster at Fuji-Q. Maybe I hope to go to amusement parks all around the world. Or someday I hope to go to amusement parks all around the world. We got Hitsuji Gondaira, Mission Yozakura family. I'm late to the party, but I've been moving around my house while doing Aurora's penguin dance. So fun. Okay. Me and Roboko's Shuhei Miyazaki. While I reminisce about last year's fishing season, the new season is about to begin. It's stream fishing time. Eiichiro Oda, creator of One Piece. I got friendly again with all the musicians who contributed to the movie. What wonderful people. The music was good in the movie, and I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy. Oda's still talking about Film Red. I'm sure his pockets is litty. We got Kenta Shinohara, author of Witch Watch. Seriously, drawing a random chapter that takes place in the middle of a manga you don't know is a lot of fun. I recommend it. Jujutsu Kaisen's Gege Akutami. I think I was writing the word curse incorrectly, but I'm gonna pretend I didn't notice anything. Gege is very hard on themselves. They always are talking about, I made an error, I made it. Like, yo, dog, you fine, Gege, you fine. We got Takamasa Moe, Akane Banashi. I pulled the Tom and Jerry #1 at a raffle at my convenience store and won a large plushie. Dope stuff. The Ichinose Family's Deadly Sins by Tyson 5. It's March. Are we done with cold days? Please enjoy chapter 16. I ain't gonna lie, if it's not up, eventually it will be up. I got a video coming for the Ichinose Family's Deadly Sins, and yeah, and I 100% agree. When are the cold days over? Like, I'm right now feeling like I'm getting sick as I'm recording this for you guys, like madness. We got Undead Unluck by Yoshifumi Tezuka. A small body with a big gun and a far-off dream, but I love Tetsuro, who was always nearby. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Tetsuro. The Elusive Samurai's Yusei Matsui. Figuring out the actual ages is really hard in this era, especially since there's often no information about whether a child is by birth or adoption. Okie dokie. I'm imagining that's something to do with the manga, I'm guessing. We got Martial Magic and Muscles, Hajime Komodo. It's been a year since the attack on Ukraine started. I pray for a peaceful world. Big facts. You know, world peace would be amazing, but, you know, it's wild what's happening out there. We got Fabric in the Hundreds, Daisuke Enoshima. I ain't even familiar with this one, and I probably talked about their comments before. Considering the theme of the series, I made the highly confusing mistake of drawing the boss with 6 toes in chapter 10. It's a small error. Big whoop. Ichigaki's Under Control by Seiji Hayashi. My friend invited me to participate in a Spartan race, so I started eating and drinking a ton. I just wanted a reason to say no. Oh shit, okay, that caught me off guard. Cypher Academy by Yuji Iwasaki. I'm getting old. I don't know like half these new manga. I can't believe I get to draw the murder mystery game I saw on Pizza Radio, and one of my favorite things, a dark room. I've been in a dark room. Tokyo Demon Bride story by Tadaichi Nakama. My recent top foreign name that I want to say out loud is Muramagomdov. Second place is Giga Chikads. Wow, that was a tough one. We got Ginka and Gluna, the last one on here, by Shinpei Watanabe. So many people who helped me out have one-shots in the bonus issue and Jump. Please check them out. Oh, that's really nice. That's dope of the author. And yeah, those were Weekly Shonen Jump. Let's jump over to Weekly Shonen Magazine. And let's start with Yusuke Nomura, author of Blue Lock. I saw the Slam Dunk movie. Everything we needed is there. It truly was incredible. That is massive. I'm shocked they let that comment go through, because this is Weekly Shonen Magazine and this is another sports series. So to be giving praise to a sports series from another publication altogether is fascinating that they let that go through. And big ups to Yusuke Nomura. I like to see that. That shows some, you know, friendly competition, even though Slam Dunk is, you know, a legend. There is no competition, but you get what I'm saying between publications. Negi Haraba from Ranger Reject. Buying and storing spicy chicken in the freezer has made for good late night meals. Okie dokie. We got, let's see, Nakaba Suzuki, author of Four Nights of the Apocalypse. All of my editors and I got together and had a chaotic but fun conversation. Oh, okay. I can't wait for that anime. I'm just saying, I'm dying for that anime. We got Hiro Mashima, author of Eden Zero. Wild Hearts is tough but pretty good. Oh, a simple comment from Hiro. Not too bad. Not too bad. We got Shizumu Watanabe from Dead Accounts. Again, that's Asta from Black Clover. No questions. It's never ending. It feels like even with more assistance, I'm barely able to keep up. What I'm saying is I'm not getting any faster at work. Don't complain. Appreciate your blessings, fam. They could get you up out of there too. Don't get it twisted. Now we got Kei Urana, author of Gachi Akuta. A mechanical pencil lead stabbed me in the foot and I've been in pain for a week. Ouch. Yikes. Yo. Get well soon, Kei Urana, and your foot. George Morikawa, author of Hajime no Ippo. I'm proud of Higashino's thrust. Homie talking about thrust into the magazine. What? And we close it off with Yoshitoki Oima, To Your Eternity. You absolutely cannot miss the final episode of the anime. Talk about a way to promo your stuff. Cool beans. I need to get back into To Your Eternity. It's been a little bit. But yeah, people, those were the Weekly Shonen Jump and Weekly Shonen Magazine author comments. Always a treat. And we'll close this off with the top 50 best-selling manga of the week, courtesy of Jose_Ke. And you guessed it if you didn't. It starts off with Blue Lock just dominating the living crap out of everything, with every manga from 50 through 41 minus place 45. Dr. Elias, volume 3 with 12.8. It's all Blue Lock. Oh my god, dog. I'm so tired of saying, oh no, I'm wrong. 45 and 42. Takane no hana wa midasarete. Yeah, whatever that is. That's another one. But aside from those two, Everything else is Blue Lock, and I'm gonna say for the 100th time, I need to get back into Blue Lock. The art looks so cool. I ain't gonna lie, all of these volume covers look just cool. I really like the art on here. But yeah, that's places 50 through 41. Then we got places 40 through 31. We got One Piece at number 40 with volume 104. I ain't gonna lie, that's one of the best covers of One Piece mangas in a long time. Doing another 13.3, not too shabby, not too shabby. 1.89 total. It'll be 1.9 next week for sure. More Blue Lock. Hey, Blue Lock at 38, 37. Yo, Blue Lock is just caking it, caking it. More Blue Lock at 35, 33. Then we got at number 31, Chainsaw Man's latest volume, volume 13, with 15.5, bringing its total to 613,000. Yeah, Chainsaw Man, it got its fan base now. It's definitely a mainstay at this point, and it's still doing decent numbers. Pretty good stuff. Then we got places 20 through 11, and flat out, I'm going to say that I am very happy to see at number 20 is Ichinose Ken no Taizai, aka Ichinose Family's Deadly Sins, with 20.2 in 3 days. I'm going to have a video on my other channel here soon talking about it, but that manga is so good, and I am so happy that it did 20K in 3 days, which means that it is a success, and it's going to stay around because it needs to stay around because it's a really, really good manga. And y'all know when I talk about stuff in this fashion, it's because I genuinely believe in it. I genuinely think it's dope. If it's not up by now, probably within the next few days from the posting of this video talking about it, because it's a really good one. And maybe you might want to be caught up so you could see what I'm talking about. But yeah, really, really happy. 20K in 3 days. It's awesome. Moving forward, we got Akane Banashi's latest volume in 3 days, 25.9. And okay. Here's an example. I talked really well about, or I talked very highly on Akane Banashi, like, yo, it's dope, the art is dope, all of that stuff. And in 3 days, it's a 25.9, which is dope at the latest volume. But I'll tell you straight up, I've read about the same amount of chapters that I read of Akane Banashi, and this manga is just way better. Like, it's just so good. And not to put down Akane Banashi, because I like it a lot, but yeah, I'm giving high praise. Then we got number 14, My Hero Academia, volume 37, another 30.5, 632,000 total. My Hero's still goated. We got at number 9, Don Da Don in 3 days, 41.7. When that Don Da Don anime coming? I feel like later this year we'll get it. But in 3 days, 41K, not bad. Black Clover, volume 34. First of all, cool cover. I like the cover, all that good stuff. But basically 50K in 3 days. We'll see what the end result is after like a full, week or 10 days or whatever. But not the greatest sales, I don't think. Either way, I'm still happy to see Black Clover still releasing new volumes and still going in. And cool cover that they're not focusing in. Like, I feel like Tabata understands that at this point, like, it's probably never going to take off like it was, the potential it had. So he's just like doing what he feels like doing. And kind of cool. But yeah, 50K in 3 days. Not bad, not bad. Then we got top 10. At number 10, we got Oni no Hanayome. No idea what the heck that is. Let's scroll up. We got Dragon Ball Super Volume 20 in 3 days, 80.5. My gosh, why do I feel like this volume has been out for a while? Maybe it was already revealed or something, the cover, but that cover is fire. 80.5. Dragon Ball Super's manga sales have gone up a lot. Like, Boruto sales have continued to go down, and that's probably why the manga just went on overdrive of being epic. But Dragon Ball Super's volumes, like, 80.5 in 3 days. If this was a full-on week, it would have been 100K, I think. Like, that's fantastic for Dragon Ball. Shout-outs to, we're talking about a 30 going on 40-year franchise, you know what I'm saying? Really, really awesome stuff. Toilet Bound Hanako-kun in 7 days, 122K. Not bad at all, not bad. We got Aoashi Volume 31 in 6 days, 137. We got Kaiju number 8. Okay, these are, I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like these are low sales for Kaiju. Like, these are great sales, debuting top 3, but 152K in 3 days, I feel like Kaiju would have did 200 plus at this pace. And maybe I'm off on that, and if I'm off on that, I'm off on that. But yeah, these are the lowest I've seen a Kaiju volume on Premiere doing numbers, and it's still great numbers, but something to keep a note. That anime needs to come immediately. At number 2, let's go. I feel like these are old covers or something. What the hell? Like, Is this a newer cover with Maki? Either way, it looks freaking amazing. And in 3 days, 590k. Yeah, okay, I think a lot of these manga, the sales are a little bit lower than normal. But man, this is an epic list, dog. And look at Maki, she's so beautiful. Ah! Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 22 in 3 days, 590k. It deserved 590 million sales, baby. I love Jujutsu Kaisen. But then, of course, the GOAT, number 1, One Piece Volume 105. In 3 days, over 1 million. One Piece sales have gone up dramatically. Film Red really helped One Piece go up. Like, none of the films since, like, Strong World and Film Z have done what Film Red did in terms of just boosting the popularity of One Piece back to where, you know, it was slipping. It wasn't even doing 1 million in, like, a full-on week. Now, this latest volume is doing 1 mil in 3 days. That is fantastic, and this was a very epic top 50, if I'm being honest. Like, sales weren't really the highest in the world for everything, but it was epic as hell. And yeah, that was the top 50 best-selling manga of the week, courtesy of Jose_Ke. Simply put, epic. One of the most epic weeks of top 50s we've had. Awesome stuff. But that's all I have for this episode. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'm FORNEVERNEWS, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life. Bye. Have an awesome day. Peace, and you guys just watched another episode of FORNEVERNEWS. Have an awesome day. Subscribe and hit that bell and all that good stuff. Yeah.
I have a dream, alone in my room as I sit with the tea. Couldn't possibly think what I often see, and you don't even know how I often blink. Lights be flashing and looking at me, such an odd unique, yet I'm so unique and you're looking at me. If the walls could talk, they would probably read me, and I'd probably say, bitch, get the fuck off me.